I just want to be like, hey guys, and then just, okay, bye. That's all I really want out of this. So the RTX 2080 turned out to be kind of a dud in terms of performance per dollar, at least until RTX actually happens. But what NVIDIA did manage to bring us with the RTX launch is the 2080 Ti. Now, it might be the most expensive consumer graphics card ever, but it's also the most powerful consumer graphics card ever, almost as fast as the Titan V. So, if you're anything like me, you've probably been asking yourself, well, how far can it go? Well, we could just take Jay's and Steve's words for it, but that wouldn't be any fun, would it? This video is brought to you by Mack Weldon. Mack Weldon wants you to be more comfortable, and that's why they've got their try-on guarantee. If you don't love your first pair of underwear, you can keep it and get a full refund. So use offer code TECHTIPS to get 20% off at the link below. First order of business is setting up our test bench with the fastest stock card that we have on hand, the MSI RTX 2080 Ti Gaming X Trio. Now, this thing isn't especially amazing. Most boards right now are actually closely based on NVIDIA's reference design, but it's got a 100 megahertz boost clock advantage out of the box, which is better than a kick in the shorts. Now, there are a few ways to overclock NVIDIA's Turing cards, and we're gonna start with the simplest, the new OC scanner. So it's this little button right here. And what this promises to do is automatically get you the best clocks possible on your card. So it's doing basically what you would do in normal overclocking. It's loading the GPU, it's gradually increasing the frequency, and then it's checking for stability. We're up to 1500 megahertz so far. This is actually pretty cool. Scan succeeded average overclock is 154 megahertz. One thing I'd like to add though is that even if OC Scanner does a great job of your core clocks, you're definitely gonna want to adjust your power target and you're gonna want to adjust your memory clock separately. Because having a look at our overclocking results here, we saw that with an 8% increase in frequency over stock, we only beat our out-of-the-box results by about 4%. And then with memory thrown in, we were actually pleasantly surprised. As it turns out, tuning memory on Turing is as important as tuning the core. But I am not happy with our results, however pleasing they might be, yet. While we were tweaking our OC for stability, we hit our first roadblock. Turing's non-adjustable core voltage. Thankfully, there's good news. Thanks to our buddies, Der Bauer, Steve from Gamers Nexus, and Jay's 2 cents, we know that with a certain mod to the card, we can actually increase the voltage, and that in spite of the 2080 series' excellent thermals in our original review, once we're overclocking, cooling is gonna be the major limiting factor. And that, come on screws, come off, haha. That is where that noise you guys have been able to hear in the background all this time comes in. We have brought out not one, but both of the chillers. So Anthony, let's do this thing. So, the mod's pretty simple, right?
Yeah, so we need to take the back plate off.
Okay, we need a screwdriver kit. So do we only need to remove the back?
We need to remove both. So basically the card needs to be naked. MSI apparently is using the backplate to actually cool. So like there's heat pads and stuff back there. That's what they say.
Yeah, we've heard that story before.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure what we're looking at is these guys here. Okay, so these are on the input on each of those.
All three?
Yes, but it's possible that if we do all three, then the card will think that there's an error and lock itself to the lowest power state. So probably what we want to do is do
Jedan talijanski reporter mi je lajkao sliku. Da. Oblake one. Oblake one.
one of the 8 and one of the 6 and see what happens. We can try all 3. Up to you.
What do you mean probably? I thought you knew what you were doing.
This is the first time I've done it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the resistor. These here, not quite sure what those are. So we'll shunt these 2.
Fake connector.
Fake. What the card does is it knows that this is 12 volts coming in, and it also knows the value of each of these resistors. So by measuring the voltage across these resistors, it can tell how much current is being drawn by the card. So what we're doing is telling the card that basically it's never drawing any current, so it'll always draw more current.
What a dumb card.
Well, I mean, we'll
trick it. This is fun. Until the card is broken, then it's less fun, but...
I mean, that's inevitable.
We haven't gotten there yet. It's not inevitable!
That looks way better.
So we say don't try this at home a lot, but for real this time, guys, we really don't recommend this.
Yeah, this will void your warranty in many different ways.
Void your warranty. Yeah, it's not even... There's a good chance this will break your card. I think you're on.
Yep, solid.
Okay.
Cool. That's one.
Do we know that that's going to clear the cooler? Okay. It's interfering. So they had to be bent down like that in order to stay under these fins here. That should be fine. What, 4 screws?
Yep.
That's lots.
I mean, it's all it had to begin with.
So, is Afterburner all we need to test this?
Yeah.
Cool. So as long as do we need something 3D to bump it over 300?
Yeah, probably a good idea.
And, no! So this being stuck at 300 megahertz is bad. All right, I'm not hooking up the RGB this time.
What?
No, I'm not doing it.
The card won't work.
Really?
No.
Oh, shut up. Show me the not 300 megahertz. So here we go. Yes! So this is good.
Mm-hmm.
So now what?
You can increase the power target.
Okay. But wait, that's it?
That's basically it.
That's the whole unlock? How do we get more voltage?
That's how. Basically, it goes to a higher power state than it would normally.
Oh, all right.